This is an extraordinary weather event.
In the grips of a flood emergency.
And the event is not over.
In Queensland, another life lost. A man found in a submerged vehicle on the Gold Coast.
We do have a number of other people that we hold grave concerns for.
The Brisbane River peaking at just under 4 metres. Up to 18,000 homes across southeast Queensland impacted.
All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, the water just started rushing in.
The operation is not over. We remain in very strong response.
The SES taking thousands of calls for help. Roads cut off, schools closed, businesses destroyed.
Virtually start again. I've got to do it because the town depends on us as a major supplier.
For large parts of the southeast, the worst of the rain has passed. But the danger is not over yet.
The risk for significant flooding is still very real.
The torrential rain shifting south, slamming northern New South Wales.
We haven't slept or eaten since Sunday morning.
We definitely didn't think it was going to reach that level. It was very, very shocking and upsetting.
This is a natural disaster of unprecedented proportions for this region.
In Lismore, desperate calls for help.
I'm on my roof. The water is still rising. My dog is stuck inside my house. And it's an emergency.
The city's worst flood in recorded history breached the Lismore levee.
We are experiencing difficult weather conditions. It is hampering our ability to get aircraft in the air. The ADF are also supporting us.
Please be patient, but be assured we are doing everything we can to help you.
I went up into the manhole in the roof, into the attic, and stayed up there for a couple of hours, and then the water started to come into the house.
Today, the federal government offering disaster payments to those directly impacted.
We need you to please be on alert now more than ever. These conditions are different to anything you will have experienced before.
Trenton Baillie is a Lismore resident and he's been out on a boat today saving stranded locals. He's been good enough to join us now. Trenton, as I mentioned, you've been saving people all day. How are they coping?
Yeah, look, I guess a lot of it comes back down to a lot of disbelief. There were a few people that just, went through the 2017 floods and, when we asked, what were you still doing there? A lot of it came back to was we evacuated in 2017 and didn't feel that, there was any concern in staying. And because, we're talking about a river that rose probably 5 times quicker than 2017. At times we're going up certain roads, you call it roads, or more like rivers, all joined together, and it was really hard to go there knowing you had a destination and people were crying out for help. And there were times there where we just said there's just not enough boats, and even the ordeal getting boats on the water was tough.
So are you just heading out in the boat and just listening for people just calling out?
Oh, there were times
help?
where we yelled out. I'm pretty sure though they heard us coming, and a lot of it was just really hard. You could not hear, like phone calls were made. I had a friend of mine from work that was stuck on a roof since 5:30 in the morning. I had family that was in South Lismore and they were stuck and I wasn't able to get to them. And, a lot of it was you just couldn't hear. The rain was coming down, the noise of the motor, and it was just one of those things that you navigated by feel.
What about some of those trickier rescues? Can you paint the picture about specifically what they were like in situations where you found people and had to maybe physically help them out of their situation while also keeping yourself safe, all of that?
Yeah, there was a couple of doozies. The first cab off the rank, I think we were probably 20 metres down one of the streets when we first kicked off, and a lady was in a wheelchair. We got called over by another boat. We assisted on that, and that was very interesting, trying to get someone down a set of small steps and then onto a boat and not have her out of the wheelchair. 5 of us managed to make it happen, and there was an evident risk there. Consistently, there was currents, there was debris. We got stuck on Casino Street trying to save one family, and we got caught up in some debris, and we honestly thought we were going to need rescuing at one point. We didn't have a knife on board, we didn't even have breakfast in the morning, so we really just got in the boat and went.
Trenton, when you're not saving people during floods, what do you actually do?
I don't really say people. Look, this happened in 2017. Look, I'm just humble. I'm just a sales manager that works for a dealership in town. So, and you know, we're pretty much a community-minded town. Not only that, a community-minded business. We did this in 2017, so it's old hat for us. We'd love to not have to do it, but reality speaks for itself.
If it does get worse, will you be heading back out there?
Absolutely.
All the best with it, mate. The next couple of days sound like they could be really tough, and you seem like you're up to the task. So thanks so much for speaking with us. We really appreciate it.
No, thanks for letting us voice our corner of the world. It is up there.
It's just extraordinary hearing someone like him who's so calm about it, but also just how serious what he's dealing with is, and he's fully aware of it. Like, there's no sense that he's playing it down or he thinks it's a joke. But I guess when you're in that situation, it's so devastating. You don't have time to do anything else. You just got to act.
The importance of community as well. Everyone's just looking out for each other. We should say if you are in the flood zones and need emergency assistance, the number to call is the SES on 132 500.